it all started with one country hitting another country with tariffs and them getting pissed off and kind of hitting back with some more tariffs. And as of last night, now we're looking at hitting China with about 104% tariffs on all incoming goods. So let's talk about how this is all going to affect the real estate market, because it will. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what our top trading partners import into America that's going to affect the real estate market. Now, in order to do that, we're going to take a look at the European Union, Canada, Mexico, and you can't forget the elephant in the room, China. So we're going to get to that one last because that one's a bit of a doozy. They cover a lot. So we'll get into it. But for all of you that were wondering what that number is per house, it's going to be about a $10,000 cost to the builders. All right, so I have my data sheet up and let's get into it. So we're going to start with the European Union. Now, everybody loves IKEA. I remember when I was younger, I went ahead and, bought IKEA furniture when I was in college. It was the cheapest things and they just worked. I mean, I still have some of the furniture today. So it's good furniture and it works. It's cheap. Hey, but the reality is a lot of that furniture is actually made in Europe. And with the tariffs in place, we're going to start seeing those prices come up. And unfortunately, if you want cheap furniture, IKEA might not be it. Now, another thing to consider is building materials. Now, I didn't know this, but in 2024 alone, Europe imported about $8 billion worth of steel. Now, steel is used in multiple types of commercial structures, so it's very important, and we use a lot of it. So it's kind of surprising that $8 billion worth is imported every year. Now we're going to see that increase, so the cost of building anything is going to increase. Now, another thing to consider when doing renovations or even just building a new home is ceramic tiles. Now, everybody likes a backsplash and all of that. A lot of those tiles come out of Spain and Italy. Now, those are part of the EU as well, and they're hit with tariffs. So we're going to see an increase there. And we have a lot of high-end appliances that come out of Europe. So appliances such as, Miele and Bosch, those guys are all kind of based out of Europe. So maybe a lot of the parts are made in Europe or they're just completely made there. I think Miele is actually made mainly in Europe. So correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I do believe that it's mainly made in Europe. So we're going to see increases on that. And it's going to make it a lot harder to have high-end furnishings and appliances in your house when, everything just got kicked up by 20 to 30%. So next up is going to be Canada. Now, this one I actually have firsthand experience on. Now, we were out buying window trim, and we bought window trim a week ahead, and we came back because we were short a little and needed some more, and we literally saw the prices double. And it's surprising because last week it was not there. So the cost of just building and furnishing your homes have increased significantly after everything's kind of gone into play. Now, another thing to consider is 23% of imported steel comes from Canada. Now, the surprising part is aluminum. Aluminum is actually 58% of aluminum that's imported comes from Canada. And that's huge. I mean, 58%, you might as well have nearly one country making all your aluminum. And they import about $15.9 billion worth of aluminum every year. I mean, that's just insane. So if we see a tariff on their aluminum, the cost of all aluminum goods are going up. So even your pop cans go up at that point. It's inevitable. Now, another thing that Canada makes a lot of is wood products. And by these, I mean like LVLs, which are structural beams, and engineered wood products and plywood. So we're going to see increases on that end as well. Now, next up is going to be Mexico. Now, Mexico is not known for steel or aluminum, and we're not going to see any increases there. But our cement comes from Mexico, and cement is used thoroughly throughout the house. I mean, your basement's got cement in it. Most driveways have cement in it. And we receive about $200 million worth of imports of cement from Mexico. So as those prices go up, the overall price of cement's going to go up, unfortunately. So we're going to see an increase there. Now, we covered Spain and Italy as tile manufacturers, very large tile manufacturers that import in America. Now, the third largest tile importer is Mexico. So with the top three being tariffed and going to have increased prices due to said tariffs, we're going to see basically the whole industry just have to increase their prices, whether they want to or not. So that's going to be unfortunate. Now, another thing that Mexico is very well known for is furniture and home decor. Now, I didn't realize how much Mexico imported, but in that furniture and home decor department, Mexico imports about $1.1 billion worth of furniture and odds and ends every year. So if we're going to see like a tariffed increase, we're going to notice that in the furniture market as well. And unfortunately, there's just no working around it. Now, the next one actually surprised me a little, and that was appliances and electrical components. Now, we all know that appliances are made in Mexico. There's a certain subset of appliances that are made in Mexico, no problem, But what I didn't realize is there's wires and electrical cables that are made in Mexico. So you would be surprised how much they make. I mean, I was shocked, but it's about $15.1 billion worth of cables and wires that are made in Mexico. That's just insane. I mean, 15 billion is just insane. So we get most of our wires and cables from Mexico. And if we see those prices go up, I mean, you need wires for every electrical outlet, every electrical stove that runs out there. You've got ACs and heaters that need electrical wires ran to them. I mean, there's no way to cut corners on electrical wires. I think that's what I'm trying to get at, is you need electrical wires, and you have no choice but, to pay it when building a house. Now, that leaves the elephant in the room, China. Oh, good old China. As of 1 hour ago, they got hit with 104% tariffs. That's gotta hurt. So anyways, China is actually known for steel and aluminum. They're not a big importer of steel and aluminum to America, but they account for about $537 million worth, which, I mean, if you give me $537 million, I won't complain. So here we are, but also they are also in the tile and flooring market, and they're very big in the flooring market. I mean, about 50% of imports that come into America that are of luxury vinyl flooring comes from China. So, I mean, if you're thinking about redoing your floors, I mean, now would be the time to buy, because chances are the prices are going to go up. And just, I hate to put this is how business works kind of deal to out there, but if 50% of the luxury vinyl tile or vinyl tile flooring goes up, then the rest of them will go up in price as well, just because they probably have some components that are made in China. It's just inevitable. So another thing that did surprise me, but I kind of saw it coming, was plumbing fixtures. Now, your shower valves, your sink faucets, all of those, about 51% of them come from China. So we're definitely going to see some increases there. And yeah, it's just going to cost a little more to, fix a faucet if anything goes bad. So next up is furniture. Now, furniture, we've seen a reoccurring theme with Mexico and now China having furniture being made there. And, we're going to see costs increase whenever you're outfitting a home. It's kind of what it is now. Now, appliances are made in China. There's always going to, we all knew this, certain appliances are made in China, but they're going to go up in price. And the other thing is even though some appliances may be made elsewhere, their components are made in China. So there's a component price increase too, because that gets imported sometimes. And if you need to repair it, you definitely got to import that part. So unfortunately, you're going to see increases there. Now, the other thing that China's big on is lighting fixtures. Now, I saw this coming. China makes some of the most interesting lights out there, but at the same time, now with these tariffs in place, 104% on lighting, it's going to be insane. I mean, I know I used to buy lighting fixtures for over the dining room table for like $30. Now at 104%, I'm going to see that at 70. So I might not be ending up buying some lighting fixtures from China, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see what country steps up and is able to create the same fixtures at a lower cost. But yeah, just kind of overall, kind of rough on the real estate market. I mean, you've got price increases that are coming at the building level. So whether it be concrete, whether it be the wires, whether it be the lighting fixtures, plumbing fixtures, you just can't escape it. And then once it's built, or if you buy a home that's already built and you're trying to furnish it or renovate it, you're kind of back in that boat as well. I mean, you've got tiles coming from multiple countries, and these are just our top four trading partners. And these tiles for renovations are going to be increasing in price. Your furniture is going to be increasing in price. Upgrading your lighting fixture, it's going to cost you a little bit more. It's going to cost you double now if it comes from China. But it's just going to get a little harder, unfortunately. And with that, a lot of these costs do get passed down to the consumer. So it's just it is what it is. We're kind of stuck in a position right now until maybe everybody comes to the table and is like, hey, tariffs are bad, and we'll see how that goes and if that happens. So anyways, I hope you guys did like this video. Like I said, it's like 1 a.m. I thought I'd create a little montage of our top trading partners and what effects these tariffs are going to have on real estate and housing in general. So yeah, I hope you guys did like it, and leave a comment below if you guys are out in the market for a house and are now concerned that, prices are going to go up, or, you were considering a renovation and now you might have to double think it.